All human beings must have experienced or will experience loneliness in their lives, and we cannot avoid that loneliness. There will definitely be a phase in our lives where we will experience loneliness, usually starting with a feeling of numbness. Like lately, you can't feel anything, whether it's a feeling of happiness, sadness, pleasure, the feeling of attraction just disappears. And even though you try, the memories still don't feel anything. You always feel empty, lost, and confused about yourself. This is probably because we feel lonely but we are in denial, or maybe we have accepted it but we don't know how to fix loneliness. Next stage. Usually difficulties arise in controlling emotions. It's a bit inversely proportional to the previous stage, yes, but at this stage after we try to look for stimulants we will get small stimulants, but usually what appears are negative stimulants. For example, we become easily angry or offended because of small things. If someone annoys us, we can get angry to the point of exploding. Difficulty in controlling amara. In psychological terms, it's called emotional volatility. It generally occurs in people who suffer from depression, severe anxiety, and loneliness. After that, usually the thought or feeling arises that we are too different from other people. We even feel different from our friends, and our family. It feels like we are strangers and there is not a single soul in this world who can understand us. And that is what causes us to find it difficult to connect with other people. We also find it increasingly difficult to blend in, and because of that, we also become blind to the warmth and affection that they direct towards us. The longer it happens, it can give rise to extreme thoughts that no one will understand and accept us. And continues like that, we enter the next stage, namely we begin to question the meaning and purpose of our life. If you are lucky, you may become more introspective and understand the philosophy of life and continue to rise. But if you are unlucky, you will become even more lost. If you are in this phase, you can try to accept and understand yourself as deeply as possible, in as much detail as possible. And if you can, I'm sure you can emerge as a wiser and broader-minded person, usually accompanied by a new and healthier outlook on life. If you can get up, if you can't. Let's go to the next stage, that is, you become someone who is always tired, even to do small things. You are too tired. The simplest example of eating, even though eating is delicious, but someone who is really lonely is already complex. I've mixed it up. I'm too tired to even buy or cook food because I'm too tired from doing so many things, so you end up procrastinating from morning to night. All the things you have to do, you put it off and still don't. You keep doing it and it's late at night. I'm getting more tired and I end up sleeping continuously like that, and we enter the next stage. We often spend time without doing anything, scrolling through social media, playing games, watching films or series. In fact, you don't really like to criticize people who are drunk gambling. Get drunk, eat and sleep, keep shopping and various other things that don't matter. Yes, maybe it's fun to do those things, maybe it even makes you more relaxed, but the longer you do it, the longer you will feel lonely. Why is that, sir? Because even though these things can distract us from feeling lonely and also make us feel better, after the activity is finished you will feel that what you did was all in vain. You wasted too much time in negative thoughts like you left behind from your friends, you are a failure and so on until finally we enter the final stage, namely you start to stop caring about yourself. When you are here, it's really dangerous. You start to be lazy about brushing your teeth, lazy about bathing, and lazy about doing the things you need. Usually you like it, don't want to do hobbies, don't want to clean up your room all the time like that, and you will feel more and more miserable. You will be more thirsty for connection with people, intimacy with people, and thirsty for a purpose in life. But because you don't care anymore yourself, you don't try to open the door because you think it's all in vain. Okay, those are the stages, you don't have to put them in order. Yes, because from one person to another the characteristics are different, but more or less like that. See, I see the characteristics if you feel like I see. And you've tried to come up but you can't. I suggest you go to a psychologist if you can, an offline psychologist, because you can check in more detail if you meet face to face. Remember, psychologists, not psychiatrists, but if you feel you can still come out on your own, you can try to think more deeply. Just think about it first when you feel that something is missing or something is missing from your life, which means you can say that you already know what is missing, even though maybe you can't describe it clearly. Yes, but because you actually already know what is missing, you can try to start moving forward. Get there. And I hope that whatever is missing or lacking in your life you can find it soon and fulfill it. Okay, that's all from our life today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.